You misquote. I said before the wild card weekend.
We give you.
And then I said.
We tee you up.
But it's not what I said.
Joy tees you up. And Joy is letting everyone know.
Keyshawn.
That you said that there's a possibility that Nick Sirianni could be on the move if, in fact, they don't advance further in the playoffs. That's what she said.
So, I was told,
sorry,
Jordan.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll be very clear.
Behind the scenes.
Before the Green Bay game, it was made clear to me that if they lay an egg against the Packers and lose in the wild card.
Okay, so in the wild card.
Okay, so let's fast forward. I could foresee, if you're asking me, I was asked yesterday on a different show. I was asked if you are talking about a McDermott, a Serianni, one of these coaches that hasn't been to the mountaintop, if they have a very bad divisional round game, could they be out? And I said, if Serianni and the Eagles have a horrible loss to the Rams at home, I could see a world in which Sirianni is not retained. Man. I think he would be the one guy to watch.
But if it's a close game, then he'll keep his job?
I mean, I think they need a bad loss for him not to be. He's done a hell of a job.
You know what a loss is? A bad loss is a loss in Philadelphia. That's a bad loss.
Okay, so you don't think he should be back?
If he loses to Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford,
arguably the hottest team in football.
If he loses to them in Philadelphia with the expectations and a 2,000-yard rusher and a quarterback and a receiver and another receiver and a tight end and an offensive line and a defense that's going nuts right now, and he loses in Philadelphia, he will not be back. You got to think about this.
Man.
Last year, he fired Brian Johnson and Sean Desai, the defensive coordinator. Yeah. He had two defensive coordinators, Mr. Pencil, and Matt Patricia. They got rid of both of them.
The pencil.
So in the end, he's already used up his mulligan.
Okay.
You can't do it again. You can't keep. So who to blame now? You lost. Who's to blame? You say, well, he's going to the playoffs every single year. They fired Doug Peterson and he won the Super Bowl. And he had.
This is Philadelphia.
It's Philly.
You're talking about like they already lost, though. They're almost a touchdown favorite.
No, we're talking about if they lose.
If and buts.
I'm just saying, where do you go from here, though? If Sirianni loses, how do you who can come in? Like, he's arguably one of the best top 5 coaches over the last 4 years.
Did you say that when they fired the dude who just won the Super Bowl? Who? Doug Peterson.
I think.
Who do you get next?
But he but dude, listen. Look, he lost to Brady. He lost to Mahomes. I mean, look at his luck. Look at his luck. He got to play against two GOATs.
I get all of that.
I mean, yeah, you lost to Baker, but if you lose this game and you lose to Stafford, another Super Bowl winning quarterback, how do you get better than Serianni?
Like? This feels like a Mike Brown and sack, where like he's taken you to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
and
they were struggling this year.
They were struggling, but I don't know.
They're not struggling.
That's fair.
Like they look great.
Philadelphia.
I would give him one more try.
I think Sirianni's a very good coach, but he is a specific type of personality, and he's the kind of guy. Sirianni's the kind of guy. Well, hold on. Let me just say this. Sirianni's the type of coach. When you're winning, you love him because he's rah-rah and he gets the guys fired up and they play hard for him. And when he's losing, he becomes an irritant.
You do understand his little rear end was on the grill last offseason.
It definitely got close, I would say.
It was on the grill. They just didn't turn on the fire. They had already put his buns on the grill. They just didn't turn it on. That's all. They made him get rid of the coordinators and shake up his staff.
Whoa.
He ain't coming back a second time around, and them doing this when the expectations is for them to be in the NFC Championship game either at home or in Detroit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And Paul, grow up.
I mean,
at least turn the fire on. At least turn the grill on.
Oh, my God.
Looking at the Eagles' quarterback play, though, Jalen Hurts had only 131 passing yards in the wild-card win over the Packers, which is the game that Jordan Schultz reported that Nick Sirianni would be fired.
I said he could very well be in trouble.
Hurts has only passed for over 200 yards once this week 11, and Nick Sirianni defended his quarterback's play. I don't really...
Clearly.
care how much better Jalen is on Sunday if they get a win. But we're back to this conversation about stats at this point in the year.
Clearly, Nick Sirianni was watching the show yesterday.
Why?
Clearly. Because that's what I said. I said circumstances will change the output on statistics in the way things look. I don't need to throw 45 times.
Right. Why would you throw 45 times when you could just hand the ball to Saquon and win?
Because many people that judge what a player looks like based on the box score. If he was 21 of 52 for 375 yards and 2 touchdowns, you know, people have been going crazy. Oh, God, he really did it.
21 of 52.
Yeah, because the statistical number.
42%.
But they would be going crazy. They're not looking at the 42%. What they're looking at is the total yards, 300 and something, and the 2 touchdowns. I didn't say it, you said it.
No,
but I'm just saying that's what they look at, and they go crazy based on that. Coach just sit there and said circumstances are different. This game against the Rams, he may throw for 330 and run for 60. And Saquon still get $150.
Or he might.
Or he may do what he did the week before.
120 and 2 passing touchdowns, no turnovers.
Man,
they win.
It drives me crazy, Paul, when people care about the statistical side of the damn game versus how did we win.
Man, I mean, they dominated the last time these two teams played. I mean,
Saquon 255.
Yeah, I was at the game live, and I'm not feeling comfortable, but I am a believer in McVay, and I know that they won't do what they did in the regular season, and I know that he's going to devise a game plan that gives them the best chance at winning. And so I don't think Jalen is going to play well because I feel like, you know, even though I don't think he's the main key to success of Philly, because I feel like when Saquon plays well, they usually open up the game. It's just I think the Rams and McVay are going to devise something that's going to really shock the Philadelphia fans, and they're going to be giving out free cheesesteaks after this game.
I just want to say, 10 minutes ago,
What?
Key was ready to bury Serianni. Now he's saying he's watching the show, stealing your takes.
Well, I'm not. It's not that I'm burying him. Only thing I said is if he doesn't win, the people of Philadelphia is going to bury him, not me.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to the Super Bowl regardless.
The LA Rams! I wanted to get him back.
What's in your cup, bro?
I got that rocket fuel. Let me tell you something about these Rams, all right? Let me tell you something.
Where did I find this dude?
Not only have they won 10 at 13, not only are they the hottest team in football, but if you go back to week 8, this team was ready to I don't know if they would have blown it up, but they would have started to make trades. They would have made guys available. They played Minnesota on Thursday night. Yeah. They beat them, and that starts to galvanize the locker room. They start to get guys back. Don't forget, they were 1-4. They had Kupp hurt, Nakua hurt, the starting linemen, Jackson and Avila.
Yep.
And suddenly they found their rhythm, and Matthew Stafford's been on a roll, and they have been they are one of the most dangerous teams left, without question. Nobody's saying right now, I want to play Sean McVay in this defense. This defense, by the way, over their last 4 games with their starters, fewer than 9 points allowed per game.
Yeah.
They're rolling. They got Jared Verse, excellent rookie, and they have corners. I think
like it.
I think the Rams are still being slept on because their record wasn't elite, but they have elite talent and a quarterback who's playing really, really well. So I'm excited about the Rams. And the last thing I'll say is this, and I don't want to make it too loud, so I'll just say it quietly. The Rams deserve credit for something that I don't think they have gotten enough credit for, which is to say 3 years ago, they moved on from Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, Bobby Wagner. They started the process of a full-on rebuild, recognizing that we are not 1 or 2 players away. We need a full-on reset. And they did it, and now they're in this position with McVay.
Les Snead did a really good job.
He really did.
And with all that being said, you want to give me some of that money in your pocket?
I'm taking +6.
You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want.
+6.
Okay, we can have a conversation.
For sure.
Okay.
I was on him against Minnesota.
Okay.
9 sacks.
Okay. All right.
Here, actually, I want to pose a question.
No.
When you get demoralized and just throttled the way that they got throttled by Philly earlier this year, does it make it easier to respond or is it harder?
Oh, you gonna do what you do, and Philly gonna do what they do.
But there's no way they're going to let Saquon go do that again.
No, he might go for 160 instead of 255.
They gonna clean some of that up.
You can clean it up all you want.
It's like when you go against T-Mac and he drops 60, you're not. He might get 38, but you're not letting him go for 40 plus.
First of all, nobody has ever scored 60 when I played in that game. I've never seen that on the court.
When Cole goes for 50, you're not.
I've never seen that on the court when I was on the court. I mean, Cole go for 50. I never seen that.
So nobody ever went for 60 on y'all?
Ruben Patterson did, and you told me you got destroyed.
Somebody.
I've never seen 50 on the court when I was on it. I'm just saying. I've never seen
very,
it.
very hard to believe.
Tyler,
We need a statistician.
please pull it up.
I don't
for me.
remember if it's anybody that did it. It would have been.
Regardless, though, Jordan, I think
I've never seen
Philadelphia
it.
is the better football team, and I like Sean McVay. I like him. He's done a tremendous job. One of the top 4 coaches in the National Football League by far. Easy, not even close. Philadelphia's a better football team at home. Again, you're going to the cold. You're coming out the West Coast. It's going to be a bit different. You're coming out of a semi-dome. It's just a different world.
And the Eagles have the best offensive and defensive line combo in football.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles are the better team.
I don't even want to take your money. I don't want to do you like that.
I think the Rams.
It only takes one bad day.
+6 is interesting because I love Sean McVay. I think he does an excellent job, and I don't think Sean McVay gets enough credit. Probably because during the regular season we kind of just overlook them. San Francisco gets all the attention. It's Kyle Shanahan and
Why?
all the magic. Why?
No, I'm just like, I know what you're saying, but I'm like, why?
So you like Philly, but you think it's very close?
I think it will be a much better game than the regular season.
I'm taking the Rams.
Close.
I could absolutely see this be a one-possession game.
I bet you won't take the Rams for your real pick.
Well, he's been on a serious losing streak.
How much you want to bet?
Last time was 1 rack.
Before we go.
Make it 5 racks.
All right, well, before we go, you can help families impacted by the California wildfires. Visit go.fox/Red Cross or scan the QR code on your screen to support these efforts. Your donation enables the Red Cross to respond to and help recover from this disaster. We'll have more Speak after this. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.